I've been here before, I know the lies. I've been here before, I've seen the sky fall on me. The waves are coming up, they paralyze. The fear is breaking in, it's no surprise, no, but it's tries though. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No turning back. Where do we go from here? Look in my eyes. There's a spark that we don't need to hide, no. Don't hide it, no. Yeah, bullets in the gun, we pay the price. We must overcome, it's time to rise up. Rise up. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No, we're not turning back. Hypocrites try to get up on me. Demons come, they'll try to harm me. Try to hide, but I think they saw me. But I ain't giving up, no, no. My real friends, they all know the flaw in me. Hit the text, say me, can you call me? Here I go, new day upon me. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we
Going for a ride, buddy. Yeah, I better go way out, redid trading tanks, completely reloaded all that. It's working on my side, though. What I want to do. Alright.
Alrighty, it is time to go dueling from the World Center of Racing. Hello everybody and welcome back to Shake and Bake Sim TV. I'm your broadcaster and commentator Dwayne Crespo, also known as Vibes on YouTube. And today we kick off the road to Season 3. This is qualifying for round number 1. Welcome to the Shake and Bake Daytona Duels. We'll explain how this works in just a minute. But as of right now, it's time to kick off qualifying. So some of the rookies that we talked about Monday night at the Cookout Clash, we have 2 of them present here tonight. Braden Barlow in the number 13 Ford for Common Motorsports, and Colby Luca in the number 4 Chevy for Taser Racing. 2 brand new rookies that will be racing tonight here at the Daytona Duels before we head on to the Big Bang Daytona 250 for the official round number 1. That's going to be our first points paying race. However, there are still a couple points up for grabs here, bonus points if you will, and we'll talk about them as we said later after qualifying ends. Here is Charlie Jones on board. Had a decent P2 finish Monday night at the Cookout Clash in North Wilkesboro. And this is our first visit at Daytona. It's gonna be a fun week for Shake and Bake. Davin Thornhill purple sector, as Charlie Jones will have provisional pole. 3 still haven't put their times in. Here's Davin Thornhill, and he will go all the way up to pole position with a 50.48. As we await the others here, Carter Roy still hasn't put down a lap. Davin Thornhill here gonna go to complete his second lap, see if he can improve from the first. He still has provisional pole and he has a purple sector. Once again, coming out of 4, Harold Wilson moves up to the front. Can Thornhill get the pole back? Yes, he can! A 50.426 to overthrow Harold Wilson's new 50.433. Colby Luca goes up to P3. Charlie Jones 4th. Newson. Oh, it looks like he had a wreck there. Carter Roy setting up his first laps. And he did have a wreck. That's Newson will get the meeple flag at the end of his final lap. Carter Roy is the only one that can overcome them, and he goes all the way to P2. Oh, and it looks like he had issue with his first lap, and that will be his second lap, but he will still start at the front row. Took away the front row from Harold Wilson. And now it's Davin Thornhill and Carter Roy who will start at the front row of the duels. What a last minute run there by Carter Roy. As we are officially gonna go into the duels here. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty, here we go. Duels getting ready to kick off officially. Drivers here coming into the grid to start us off. Alrighty, so how will this work? This is gonna be the Shake and Bake Daytona Duels. So how this will work, there's gonna be two 25 lap heat races or duels. The heat winner of those duel races will get 5 bonus points to start off season 3 and will get automatic front row on the Daytona 250, with the Heat 1 winner having priority over the Heat 2 winner. So he will choose whether the inside or the outside. Heat 1 finishing results will make up the Heat 2 grid, and Heat 2 finishing results will make up the starting grid for the Daytona 250, starting from row 2, as the front row will be locked by the Heat winners. Those who they are not participating here tonight, well, unfortunately for them, they will have to start all the way from the back, and it will be sorted out based on the last season points. So, pole position and front row at stake here tonight. First points of the season at stake tonight, even though it's only going to be 5 bonus points. But here we go, getting ready to kick off duel number 1 here. Remember, 2 duels, both 25 laps each. Heat winners front row and 5 points at the Daytona 250. Let's take one final look here at your starting grid. Davin Thornhill captured pole position. Carter Roy with a last-minute run will be beside him. Row number 2, Harold Wilson, Kobe Luca. Row number 3 is Jaden Newsom and Charlie Jones. Row number 4, Michael Argamont and Braden Barlow. Here we go, getting ready to roll in here to kick off our first showdown at Daytona. As they're gonna go here one more lap to test out pit speed. I believe the pace car was delayed, so they're just gonna go one more way around the track.
Everybody knows Daytona. We're doing 25 laps. Let's just go, people. I'm ready to go. There won't be any green flag pit stops.
Alright, well, here we go. iRacing is doing its thing. iRacing is doing its thing with technical issues. We'll see if we go green this time by. If not, we're going to go next time by. But here we go. So they are gonna take a look here at pit road. This won't happen for Duel 2. This will just be for pit road. And now drivers are finally ready to go here. Apologies for that. iRacing. I don't know what iRacing did there. iRacing just deciding to goof up. But we will officially go a green this time by to kick off the Shake and Bake Duels. If you're excited Monday night for the Daytona 250, trust me, we are also excited. One of our crown jewels. And we will guarantee to see a new Daytona 250 winner. "77 degrees here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Not a lot of wind, just a little bit cloudy conditions. It is a day race. The Daytona 250 will be a night race. But here we go, finally coming in as the green flag awaits for our first visit at Daytona. Here we go. Pace car is in. Davin Thornhill will lead the pack to the green flag. And it is green flag at Daytona. Let's go racing. Out of turn 2, and for the first time here at Daytona, it's time to shake it and bake it. Everyone already going single file. As we'll maybe see an outside line here try to form a little bit, as Colby Luca will lead the outside lane. Teammates with Davin Thornhill, teammates with Charlie Jones. Newest addition to Taser Racing, as we're gonna get a 4v4 action here. Outside lane, finally now getting some groove. Luca and Thornhill side by side. Roy pushing Luca. Harold Wilson behind Thornhill. As Roy is gonna look to make it 3 wide, or maybe not, as Colby will block the inside. We got some aggressive driving already here at Daytona. Charlie Jones back to the inside. Barlow, Newson, and Carter Roy. So the Fords at Common Motorsports are the ones that will try to get that outside lane moving here. As Roy trying to clear. Oh, what's happened there? Contact between Egremont and Charlie Jones. They save it. We stay green. Well, that might have just put them out of contention here, unless we
Dwayne, do I have to serve this black flag?
I don't know what happened there at the back. It was just contact, unfortunately, between teammates Egremont and Jones getting into it. But now Carter Roy, Jaden Newson, and Braden Barlow. It is a top 3 for the Fords. It's a shaky move once again. It is getting very aggressive here at Daytona. Kobe Luca is going to be the first Chevy behind those Fords. No Toyotas here tonight, as RBA Racing is going to rest everyone for the Daytona 250. Carter Brockmeyer unfortunately not able to make it. Matthew Hill, Donna McLuba, and Anthony Ludi. No appearance from them here tonight. But we should have a full stacked grid for Monday night, as Kobe Luca here goes around the outside, trying to get that side draft. It's going to move to the inside. Great move there by the number 4, getting ahead of Barlow. As now we have a Chevy sandwiched by the Fords at Common Motorsports. Side by side at the back, Barlow and Thornhill. As it looks like Thornhill is trying to make the outside work here with Harold Wilson. Tough luck for Michael Egermont and Charlie Rocker Jones. As we go, 20 laps to go here on Duel 1. It is the Common Motorsports duo of Jaden Newsom and Carter Roy leading this pack, and we've seen this duo before. We've seen how they operate. Great teamwork between the two. And we can only expect more and more teamwork from them to go into Season 3, as now we have some teamwork with Taser Racing, Thornhill and Luca here on the outside, as now we have some 3v3 action. Thornhill got shaky there. Went too high. Colby just trying his best to grab that side draft from the Fords on the inside. We have a 3v3 between Fords and Chevys, even though one of the Chevys is not from the same team as the other two. Harold Wilson, the Chevy Ford Bottom Split Bandits, apart from the rest of Taser Racing, as Bottom Split Bandits in the offseason. New partnership deal with Chevy, switching away from the Toyotas, which gives RBA Racing the title for the only Toyota team on the grid. And Brandon Barlow finds himself back at the top of these Fords. So far, dominating these Chevys. As we go to 18 to go here on Duel 1. That outside lane not really working that well so far. This will stay single file a lot of the way. Now the outside lane, once again, trying to get it to work. This time it's Harold Wilson all the way at the front, trying to make it work here. Great pushing by Newson onto the 21 of Carter Roy. Carter Roy was very excited for Season 3. Said he was very enthusiastic to go back on track, especially here at Daytona. He missed out on the championship for last season, but with a brand new format here in place for Season 3. We'll see what Carter Roy has in store for us, as Newson and Roy will go side by side before Jaden can find himself comfortably on the inside line here once again. Those Chevys have to make something work, as Newson here maybe looking for an outside move around his teammate. And look at the push now from Thornhill and Luca. Wilson will go with him. And this might be the best shot the outside lane has had so far. Thornhill pushing Luca here. Are they clear from the forts? Though only Colby Luca will be. Thornhill has to stay outside with Harold. And Colby Luca is back on the race lead here. Carter Roy now moving to the outside. Big move by Braden Barlow. Can he keep it away from the other cars? Yes, he can, but that is a big hit onto the safer barrier coming out of turn 4. Tried to go outside with him and just went a little bit too high there. And he is going to have to go all the way to the back now. From 3 Fords now down to 2 as they work against the 3 Chevys. Jaden Newsom still trying to go around the outside. He is your Cookout Clash winner at North Wilkesboro. So he is looking to carry out that momentum from Monday night onto Daytona. Now he will find himself all the way in the back. So only 1 Ford remains at the front as Carter Roy getting pushes from Colby Luca. Oh, Harold almost came down there when he wasn't clear. That could have been very, very bad. Michael Ergamont and Charlie Jones are 30 seconds behind as Roy will move here to the outside to work with his Ford teammates. Just great teamwork overall from Common Motorsports, and especially with that new addition of Braden Barlow this season. More machines on that team means more teamwork, which means more Common Motorsports domination. They just barely fell short of the team championship last season. The championship going to VBA Racing, which of course, as we stated in the Cookout Clash, rebranded in the offseason. It's now Taser Racing by owner right there, Davin Thornhill, your reigning and defending champion, switched away from number 32, now running the number 5. As we reach 12 laps to go on Duel 1. There's Carter Brockmeyer in the live chat. Carter, come. How about you come up here in commentary booth with me? Ooh, right in there, a little undecisive. Harold and Colby trying to get that outside lane working. Davin still on the inside. And it's once again the Fords in the top 3. Getting a big push by Luca. They have space on the inside. Will they take it? No, they're going to keep running it on the high lane. Carter Roy, still your race leader. Only 2 cars have been in the lead so far. One, Carter Roy, and that slight bit of a race lead light that Colby Luca got. Jaden Newsom will go high here to block that outside lane from going. Great move there from the 78. And it looks like, as we said that, we're going to get our second lead change here of duel number 1. In 10 laps to go. Roy Flipping a little bit of the apron there. He said, "You do not want that at this track." Aiden running it on the high lane. That will be your second race lead of the night. It loosened with his first lap led. And now the lead pack catching up to Egremont and Jones, who suffered that contact earlier. They managed to save it though, stayed green. And it looks like they are about to go here a lap down. Straight sprint races, of course, only 45 laps per duel. So no pitting required unless for damage. All cars only have one passenger, and that is how it's going to be at the Daytona. Only one fast repair on super speedways. You got to be very, very cautious of where you put your car in this situation. So far, it has been complete domination by these Fords. Out of 4 here, coming into 7 to go. Teammates working together up here. However, remember, it is 5 points at stake and front row at stake for those heat winners. Only one of them will get the front row at 5 points. It feels like it would be for one of them to win the first heat and then to make sure that the other one gets the win in the second heat. If that is the plan they have in mind, as Newsom here going to use the draft from the 2-lap cars, Egremont and Jones here. And now we have some laps traffic for the leader. It is 3 wide going into turn 1. Kobe Luca finds himself in the middle lane. Can he find a spot on the high lane or low lane? Newsom will go to the middle lane. A little bit of a shake up there by Barlow in the 13. And the 3 wide chaos is avoided. Great job by all the drivers there. Officially going here to 5 laps to go until we determine our first duel winner. Oh, and Barlow is turned around. Caution is out. Braden Barlow turned around, Harold Wilson into the outside wall. And a caution will come out here with 5 laps to go on Duel 1. Oh boy. And there is big damage on that.
Dwayne, am I going to get a lucky dog here? Thank you. Going up high.
So there's Michael Egremont. He got the lucky dog. Barlow with big damage. There's a meeple flag being shown for the 13. And here is what happened. Oh, man. Let's go back to watch that again. He got shaky there. Got shaky. He's running here just fine. I believe it was just a little tap by Thornhill there. That little tap, yep. Thornhill spins him. Barlow goes to the low lane and collects the 83 of Harold Wilson. Davin Thornhill looks to also have some damage on that number 5 machine. That is just not what you want in that scenario.
One to go.
Well, it was 20 laps of full green flag before it got interrupted by that first caution of the night. Braden Barlow, Davin Thornhill, Harold Wilson all involved. The 13 Ford Racing machine of Barlow was the one with the most damage. So I believe he will use up the one fast repair that he had for Duel 1 to repair that 13 car back up. As we're getting ready now to go here 1 to green. And that means it is choose cone time. Alright, let's see here. Going into the restart zone. Harold Wilson looks like is going into pit lane here. This will be choose time. 4 go to the inside. 3 on the outside. Let's make sure that everyone chose legally, and it does appear that it will be so. Yep. Look on the inside. Everyone on the inside. Everyone shows up legally. So we're ready to go racing here. Harold, we just got info that Harold Wilson has a penalty, and that is that I believe he entered pit road there, as we saw the 83 go off into pit road as we were going 1 to green to choose our lanes. So I believe that will be a penalty on that 83 Chevy for entering pit road while it's closed. That unfortunately is going to be big for that 83. That could be a Duel 1 ender here, and so he's going to have to wait for the second duel to see if he can get that front row and 5 points. Carter Roy going to be your leader going here into the restart. with about 2 laps to go. I believe this will be overtime, if I'm not mistaken. And this will be overtime. Well, shake and bake overtime presented by ASL and Can Racing, as here we go. For our first shot, it is green flag. So our first overtime shot of the duels. Already here in Duel 1. Big jump by Carter Roy and Jaden Newson. Did a great job, and now they're all tied up together. Kobe Luca, some moves there, trying to go up the high lane. It's going to be white flag next time by if we do not bring out the caution.
White clear.
And it will be white flag. 1 to go, sponsored by 213 Simware. Teammates on different lanes. Roy on the outside, Newson on the inside. How will this turn out for them here on the final lap of Duel 1? Who is going to be our first duel winner? 5 points. Automatic front row for the Daytona 250. They crash. They save it. Michael Egermont, contact in the back. Big spin. A ton of cars involved. Oh, and Corduroy gets pinned. Colby Luca, big wrecks. And if Barlow can't get him here, it is going to be Colby Luca who wins duel number 1 in dramatic fashion. Oh man. Big finish. It was a big showdown for the first duel win. But lucky for him, he will be in front of all the chaos as Colby Luca wins duel number 1.
Number 4, you're like an actual fucking idiot.
There he was, Carter Roy, showing his frustration, of course. Wow. I unfortunately lost since we...
No, he was not clear at all. He came up and pushed me. He shoved me.
Oh my goodness. Well, since it is a new duel, I unfortunately do not have here on my side panel to show the replay of the wreck. But it was a big pile up. Thornhill involved, Egermont involved, Newson involved. And there on turn 3, contact between Colby Luca and Carter Roy. That could have been a potential duel win for Roy there. But it is just devastation. That is what happens when everyone is hungry for that duel win there. Unbelievable. So here we go as we're getting ready to kick off duel number 2. And it looks like something has happened with Colby Luca. We're unsure here what has happened. As let's take a closer look, see what actually happened here. There's 4 drivers on pit road.
There was no warning or nothing. I didn't see a countdown or anything.
It said grid right away, and it was only 25 seconds, though. It was super short.
Yeah, it said grid.
Yeah, we're all stuck.
Good man, Dwayne.
Alrighty, so we're back, and once again, it is iRacing with its shenanigans. I am not surprised. So, red flag by race control has been thrown to get the drivers that were stuck on pit road due to iRacing back up here on the grid. So, red flag currently in session as we get everyone here back on. And then we'll continue pacing and go green here to kick off duel number 2.
We need black clears.
Folks, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere as we get this situated so we can go back to green.
Check up turn 1.
So here we are. We will be going green this time by. So here we go. Race control situated with the red flag, as this time we will go green to kick off duel number 2. There is Colby Luca he is your Duel 1 winner.
Colby's gonna need a black clear Dwayne on start.
Got that. So Colby Luca, your Duel 1 winner. Can he capture another 5 bonus points here by winning Duel number 2? Or will another driver joining him on the front row? We're gonna find out right now. To the restart zone, it is green flag at Daytona to kick off Duel number 2. And Colby immediately to the lead, and immediately single file here with everyone. As Newson will immediately go high, catching that side draft. And this is their first interaction. Colby Luca and Jaden Newson, very talented drivers. This is their first interaction here in the Shake and Bake Cup Series. So I'm very excited to see how these two will clash and go at it. They should produce some exciting racing in Season 3. Newson past Luca, trying to get Barlow also past. Michael Eggermont gonna go with them on the outside, and you can see that outside moving as Michael Eggermont moves to the inside. And he is past that inside lane as here comes the push from the number 4 as he gets a little bit shaky but still manages to hang on. Michael Eggermont, not really the oval racing type of guy. He is most dominant on the road courses, but he has said that he has been wanting to give ovals a shot. And so far, he is doing great. Onto the race lead goes to number 2. Eggermont and Newson side by somebody in trouble in the back. Caution will come out. Barlow in it. Charlie Jones in it. And that will be the first caution, the first incident caution of Duel number 2 as Michael Eggermont looked to be ahead of Jaden Newson once the caution light went on, so he will be your leader going into the restart. Trouble
Checking up turn 2.
once again, and it is once again involved with Braden Barlow. Unfortunately, that will be the 3rd time, if I'm not mistaken, of him being involved in an incident. Carter Roy, I believe, was also involved. Yes, he was. That car is limping, and he has been shown the meatball flag, so he will bring the 21 car on a pit road to what I'm assuming to use that one fast repair that he has at his disposal for Duel 2. Wow. Let's take a look at the replay here. Once again. Sorry, for the first time, I should say. So what cost it first? We're about to find out. There's Charlie Jones there. See if we can get a better camera view. There's Charlie Jones. Harold goes high. They're 3 wide there for a second, and the 3 gets clipped by Harold. And unfortunately, Barlow nowhere to go there to collect it. Carter Roy nowhere to go there, just collects it. Oh, man. Just tough luck for all of them there. Let's try and get a cockpit view here of a Charlie Jones. Just absolutely nowhere to go. You hate to see it. Well, as we're getting ready to go one to green here, you know what that means. It is choose cone time. As we are about to exit the backstretch here. Everyone's still on the lead lap. That is pretty good. And look at the changes there between the gained and lost. Carter Roy had the Meeble flag. It is cleared, so fast repair was definitely used there. Unclear whether the fast repair was used by Charlie Jones and Braden Barlow. Here we go. Michael Egermont gonna have the first choosing here. As it's time to choose our lines, Egermont goes inside. Jaden Newsom switches up last second to go to the outside. It is Harold on the outside. Thornhill inside. Colby Luca and Barlow both on the outside. As Charlie Jones will take the inside here. Carter Roy will also take the outside there. Let's make sure here quickly that everyone did their moves legally before the start-finish line. Yes, they did. So 3 cars starting on the inside. The majority went on the outside. So that outside is going to have a great run here going into the restart. Colby Luca is going to start third on the outside. Once again, he was your Duel 1 winner, looking to make that a second Duel winner here. As we are about to go green, the number 2 of Michael Egermont, who unfortunately lost out on Duel 1 with that contact that stayed green. He will be the lead of this race, controlling the start. Alrighty, here we go. Pace car is in. Michael Egermont in the restart zone, and it is green flag once again at Daytona. Newsom immediately capitalizes on the inside. And it looked like it was actually the inside that prevailed there. Over the high lane. Newsom on the outside running by himself as Thornhill is now going to get behind the 2 of Egermont here to get him past that 78. Harold's going to go behind Newsom with 16 laps to go on Duel 2. Oh, moves there. Harold is able to go middle. Colby once again lost on a line. We saw that happen earlier on Duel 1 where he got lost 3 wide in the middle. This time he's going to get lost up high. 3 wide won't last long. And will immediately go back to the wild. The greatness of super speedways is that everyone has a shot. Everyone has an opportunity to win this thing. This could be pole position, or at least a front row for the number 2 of Michael Egermont. It will all depend of whether Colby Luca is the inside or the outside, as of course he has priority with the Duel 1 win. Once again, trying to get that outside working. Are going to go on the outside. So once again, we're going to see that Ford versus Chevy action. As Barlow a little shaky there in the middle of the Ford lane. Pushing the hell out of that 78. Carter Roy looked at it, said, I'm going to back up just a little bit in case anything happens. Does Newson abandon his teammates though and block the inside? So far, he's going to stay up there. And there's the block. Blocks the inside. And now he's going to go back up to try and help the Fords. Newson is clear. Barlow looks to be clear. Carter Roy still stuck up there as Harold Wilson now joins the mix with him. Colby Luca now joins up with him. Ditches the rest of his team to go up high with the Fords and the Chevy of Wilson. Oh, in trouble! Carter Roy, Charlie Jones, all involved in it. That is the second wreck of Roy and Jones this duel. I believe that will be Harold's first. And he does have a ton of damage on that 83. He is smoking. Can he get that Chevy back on the pit road? Oh, man. Trying his best to keep that car going. I don't think he was involved in the accident earlier. So I believe he should still have his one fast repair. That is Charlie Jones the second, Carter Roy second. So they better pray that there isn't a ton of damage on those cars, or they can kiss that dual win goodbye. Jaden Newson will be the leader going into the restart, has led 7 laps so far, and here is what happened on that incident. Oh, that's a big hit on Charlie Jones. Of course, the big impact to the safer barrier by Harold Wilson. So let's see what caused it. There is Harold Wilson there. Still there, still going good. Goes up high, 3 wide for a second, and just clips the 21 of Carter Roy, who then dominoes Charlie Jones. Just very, very unfortunate. how that played out. Next time by will be 1 to green. Carter Roy did come into pit road, of course. Harold Wilson also came into pit road. And yep, that fast repair was used. That 83 car is brand new, so he has to be very mindful of the risks that come with it. Let's try and go in here for the first time to interview one of our drivers here. Let's get some driver feedback here. Michael, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Michael, you found yourself struggling on Duel 1, of course, with that early incident with Charlie Jones. Now, at the front of the pack here on Duel 2, you have led one lap here, or a couple of laps, I should say here. What is your plan to try and get that dual win to secure yourself a front row seat at the Daytona 250?
Man, I'm just gonna let God talk to me, let God point me in the right direction here. It's probably gonna be on the outside, but we're gonna race. We got a great team behind me. We're gonna do this thing.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Here we go, 1 to green. You know what that means. It is choosing time, as Michael Egermont will be the first one to take the inside lane. Newson up high, Barlow up high, Carter Roy up high. All Fords will go up high. The rest will go down below, as we're actually getting some info here down from pit road. Colby Luca in the number 4 is out of the race. We are unsure what happened. He was not involved in the incident. He has just parked the number 4 Chevy and has said, let's call it a day. So Colby Luca, your Duel 1 winner, will not go back-to-back here on the duels. So we will have a guaranteed new duel winner here in duel number 2. Unsure what happened. We'll probably get some insights on what happened either in the post-race interview or after the race. But for now, it's time to go racing once again. Egermont and Newson going to be side by side. Thornhill and Barlow. Jones and Roy. Harold Wilson, of course, in the back with all the damage that he had to sustain. But here we go. I believe it is Jaden Newson that will lead us to the green flag here. Let's see how these final laps of the Daytona Duels treats us. Green flag back at Daytona. Eight laps to go before we determine our starting grid. Now, even though Colby Luca was not able to finish the second duel, he is still on the front row, as that will beat 3 wide there. Wilson, Jones, and Barlow. Colby Luca so still has the front row, still has the 5 points. We'll have a talk with him, see what he chooses, the inside or the outside. Oh, in trouble! Davin Thornhill involved with Harold Wilson.
Check up, check up.
Oh no. Thornhill and Wilson, good buddies off the track. Contact between them, that is what neither of them wanted, especially for Harold Wilson, who does not have any fast repairs left.
I'm gonna have a black for wrecking in the pit road.
Oh boy. So this will be near overtime. So let's see what has happened here. This is the replay. Oh, Thornhill just clipped by his teammate. Oh, man. That is the worst type of wrecking that you can have. Contact between teammates. Thornhill got hooked there by Charlie Jones. Harold Wilson had some contact, but it does not look like there's a ton of damage on that 83 Chevy. So he lives to see another day. Carter Roy and Harold Wilson gonna come into pit road. So this will be 6 to go right now. So this will not be overtime quite yet. However, next caution will 100% be shake and bake overtime. We already saw it in Duel 1. We'll see if we see it again on Duel 2. But it looks like we are going to be restarting with 4 laps to go. Let's try and get some more insights here down with the drivers. Let's try and get the insights of Jaden Newsom down here. Jaden Newsom, you're up here in the commentary booth. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Jaden, you're the current leader of this race. We talked about it in the post-race interview after your win of the Cookout Clash in North Wilkesboro. How do you plan to grab that momentum from North Wilkesboro and aim it here at Daytona to get the Duel 2 win here in front row?
Honestly, I think the teamwork has just been what's most important right now, and I think we're really coordinated as a team. So the momentum from last week has definitely helped, and all that PGR practice is paying off. So hopefully we can keep this lead, and one of the Comet Motorsports cars takes home the duel.
Alrighty, thank you very much for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Anyone who's wondering, Chase Elliott is your Duel 2 winner for Daytona.
And that is a good thing to hear after after race control. For those of you who don't know, I am a big Chase Elliott fan.
Carson Osbar was second, I'm fifth.
That is very good to hear. Also, Gino, you're live.
I just want to say Carson Osbar should have won that. To the live stream, he should have won.
Alrighty, back to our duels here. Of course, the Fords heavily picking that outside lane. has been the preferred lane for the choose cone. However, the inside is what has been just a tiny bit more dominant so far. Obviously, we have seen some runs up the high lane there. But here we go. Gonna be restarting with 4 laps to go. This might be the last restart. A caution after this will be shake and bake overtime number 1 for Duel 2. As we're getting ready to go green here once again. And hello there. Join us for the last 4 laps here as Carter Brockmeyer now up here in the commentary booth with us. Newson onto the restart zone, and it is green flag back at Daytona. 4 laps to go on Duel 2. Who will join Colby Luca at the front row of the Daytona 250?
Colby Luca.
Egermont leading that inside. Newson on the outside, of course. All of the Fords have been working heavily on the outside here tonight. Let's see what Taser Racing has in store for Common Motorsports.
Who needs one?
Duke. Egermont coming up the inside now. Charlie won't be there to help him off the corner. I think Jaden will clear again.
Oh, trouble!
And the wrecking.
Still green. 3 laps to go. And they will come to a stop here and slow down, and there's the caution. Well, just like what happened on Duel 1, Duel number 2 will go into shake and bake overtime. Charlie Jones has to take the jump and the toe to pit road. And I believe that means that his time at Duel number 2 has come to an end at 3 laps to go. Well, we said that it was potentially the final restart, and emphasis on potentially, as just like Duel 1, Duel number 2 is gonna go into shake and bake overtime. I will not be surprised if this happens Monday night and the Daytona 250 goes into overtime as well for the third time in a row. All Daytona 250 races have gone to overtime. So we'll see how that works out. Now, Carter, now that we actually have you up here in commentary booth with us, obviously those who did not participate are going to have to start in the back. It will be classified as based on points from last season. How do you feel starting from the back there at the Daytona 250?
Oh, I think I like it. Kinda first stage, let everything happen. Well, not stage, jeez. I forgot we got rid of them. But just let it happen around me. I just don't wanna. I'm not gonna push to the end. Obviously we still have that alliance with the Chevys, and we're gonna try to stay up front, or at least mid-pack with them. Kind of shut out the Ford's options.
We'll see if that works out for you. So far, it has been great teamwork showcased here by the Common Motorsports. Braden Barlow doing great help to Newson and Carter Roy. That is what they desperately needed. Obviously, they still have the help from Kyle Hendershot, who has not made an appearance yet. But we'll see how that goes.
Watching the Chevys, it almost looks like they're not really locking up the best. They're kind of pushing each other around the track. It seems like when they get to someone's bumper, the car in front of them gets a lot more loose and unsettled.
Is there any any way to get a Dell Senior number 3 car in this new NASCAR game? I mean, this is iRacing, so there's definitely some Dale Earnhardt Senior paint schemes all over in trading paints. Alrighty, next time by will be 1 to green. This will be the first shot at Shake and Bake Overtime on Duel 2. As we still await the driver that not only earns themselves 5 points to kick off Season 3, but of course, joining at the number 4 at the front row. And this has been a day race that is slowly turning into sunset. The Daytona 250 will be a night race. So, cooler temperatures, better for the tires. We'll see how this goes. Brendan Barlow will be P2, Michael Eckermont P3. And once again, 1 to green, you know what that means. It is time for the choose cone. You can expect the Fords to go on the outside lane unless they have changed their game plans here tonight. Here we go. Where do they go? It is time to choose.
Outside.
Choose cone message is displayed to the drivers. Egremont once again will take the inside. And as we said, Newson outside, Barlow outside. And there has been, I believe, 2 DNFs. Harold Wilson, nope, still in it. Charlie Jones also still in it. Maybe not as much damage as we thought. This is gonna be a
That's 2 more Chevys.
Shootout. Yep, green, white checker here. As we go to the backstretch, Jaden Newson will lead us to the potential final green flag drop of these Daytona duels. It has been a great action so far, and so I can expect a ton of racing at the Daytona 250, especially with more drivers. Obviously, this isn't the full field. This is still technically part of the preseason, so we'll see how the field increases there for round 1. But here we go yet again. Shake and Bake Overtime presented by ASL Contractors, celebrating their 50 years in Canada Racing, the only NASCAR diecast distributor in Canada. Awaiting the green flag drop. It is Newson and Egremont, Barlow and Thornhill in the back. Charlie Jones still in it even after that incident with Carter Roy. As believe the 21 there in the back making his way onto the restart here. Harold Wilson also making his way. But unfortunately, Charlie Jones will be a lap down because he did obviously have to come into pit road to fix up that number 3. Here you go, pace car is off. Newson leading them to the restart zone for potentially the final time. It's green flag at Daytona. And a big start for that 78. Fords working together here. It's gonna be Common Motorsports versus Pacer Racing, with the addition of the bottom split bandits of Harold Wilson. Can anyone give the push?
That inside's fighting back. Jaden goes low.
Low to block that inside. Barlow on the outside. He has not led this race, so we'll see if he can capitalize on the dual win. Out of turn 4.
Egremont's going to get to the inside here.
We will make it to the white flag this time by 1 lap to go. Sponsored by 213 Simware. Newson on the high lane.
2 out into 1.
Egremont on the low lane. Michael Egermont, who has been desperately needing the push on the ovals. Can he get it? Jaden goes out. Turned by Braden Barlow. It is 3 wide as Egermont is caught on in the middle. Thornhill trying to get back at it. Barlow will lead going into 3. Here comes Carter Roy. Contact between Taser Racing. Big wreck by Michael Egermont. And out of turn 4, it is the 13 that stays away from the chaos. And Braden Barlow wins duel number 2 to join Colby Luca at the front row of the Daytona 250. Managed to avoid the chaos, and he was just there at the right moment, at the right place, at the right time. Wow. We did not expect that whatsoever. Once again, just like last duel, it is an all-out showdown for that win to the checkered flag, and we saw it here once again. First, Jaden Newson. It looked like he got clipped by Barlow. Then Thornhill clips Egermont after Egermont got lost in the middle on the 3 wide, and Braden Barlow, just like William Byron in the Daytona 500. Right place, right time, and he will get the Duel 2 win here. 5 bonus points, automatic front row to round number 1. And if I had to guess, I would say that we're gonna have a ton of feedback for these drivers there for both of the dual finishes. And remember, Duel 2 results make up the starting grid, so let's check our starting grid for the Daytona 250 here in just a moment. And here we are. This is the finishing results of heat number 2. And these 8 drivers have secured their spot in the Daytona 250 starting grid. Braden Barlow, your Duel 2 winner, automatic front row. Alongside Colby Luca. We'll have to see Colby Luca's decision on whether he's taking the inside or the outside. Carter Roy finishing P2. He will start in row number 2 from the inside. Then it's Harold Wilson, Jaden Newson, Davin Thornhill, Michael Egermont, Charlie Jones will round off the secured starting grid. The rest of the grid will be based on last season points. Michael Egermont, tough luck. I mean, that could have been a dual win. And just contact overall, lost in the 3 wide. That was just chaos with everyone being surrounded there. But without further ado, let's go here into the post-race interviews. Carter, I'm guessing you have some questions for them as well. You can feel free to ask. Give us a second here as we get everyone started. Here's Gino Zito, who did not compete. So he will start based on last season points.
I had a GT3 race.
Ah, fair enough, fair enough.
I got P2 though, so you know it's worth it.
And I don't see anyone else coming up here. We'll see as let's drag them up here into the commentator booth.
I forced them. They're now all up here.
Well, they're now all up here. Let's start with Carter Roy here, your P2 finisher from the Duels. He will start in P3 at the Daytona 250. Carter, how you doing?
Honestly, Pretty well for how the race went.
I was gonna say,
Honestly, I didn't. You go ahead.
Carter, obviously Duel 1 and Duel 2, you suffered some incidents. In Duel 1, got turned by Colby Luca, but you managed to recover here on Duel 2. Maybe not the front row, but it is the next big thing. How do you feel about your results here at the Daytona Duels?
Honestly, I feel pretty good about it, being how I raced. Not very well. I had a lot of events that didn't really go according to plan there, but eventually I ended up coming and I got second in the second heat, which I'll take what I can get. You know what I mean? It's better than last, right?
Alrighty. Carter, you have questions for him?
I do not. Oh,
What?
the other Carter.
What? Oh, you bastard. All right. What game plan do you guys have going into the Daytona 250 as a team to kind of keep up front
Honestly,
and possibly win it?
honestly, do it. We did this race. Push real hard. You know, the Ford team. I love our new teammate, Braden. He's awesome, phenomenal pusher. Got a little squiggly there at the end, but other than that, I think he was a phenomenal pusher. Jaden, super phenomenal pusher. I didn't even feel him half the time he was there. It was just overall, we're just super tight. Stay close together and do what we did this race, and I think we got it.
We saw a ton of teamwork there by the Fords, and with that new addition of the 13er, Brandon Barlow, I'm sure Common Motorsports this year will have a ton of success. Thank you, Carter Roy, for being up here. Is there any final shout-outs that you would like to do?
Just my teammates, phenomenal teammates. I love this year's Ford team, and that's about it.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much. Wishing you the best at the Daytona 250.
Thank you.
There was your P2 finisher. He will start in P3 at the Daytona 250. Let's see, do we have anyone else? I believe that will be it so far for the duels. And next time by, it is the main event at Daytona. We'll wait a little bit, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that will be it for the Pro Race interviews. Oh my goodness, we still have to await Colby Luca's decision. Actually, we'll get him up here real quick to see his decision. Colby, can you hear us?
I can. Yep.
Colby, you obviously had some issues there on Duel 2. You were out of the race. I believe it was connectivity issues. But even so, you still managed to get the win at Duel number 1. So what's it going to be? Are you choosing the inside or the outside as you have priority at the Daytona 250?
Top lane, probably, I would think.
Alrighty, well, there it is, confirmation. Colby Luca will be starting at the top lane, which means Braden Barlow will start the Daytona 250 on the inside at the front row. Alrighty, and I believe that will do it. Oh my goodness. What a showdown that was for both of the dual wins. It was a race all the way to the finish on both of them. And if that's the action we saw tonight, I cannot wait for what the Daytona 250 will bring. That is going to be it for the Daytona Duels tonight. There is, once again, your finisher results and how the starting grid will look like. Obviously, not factoring in those who will be in the Daytona 250 based on last season points. But oh my, we will find out Monday night who will be our new Daytona 250 winner. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 100 laps, you don't want to miss it. Round 1 of Season 3, and we're very much excited. But with that being said, thank you very much for tuning in here tonight, and it's been a pleasure. Brandon Barlow, Duel 2 winner. Colby Luca, Duel 1 winner. We'll see how they operate Monday night. With that being said, my name is Dick Crespo, also known as Vibes on YouTube, and we'll see you guys Monday night for the official Round 1 of Season 3. Good night, everyone. Take care.